Hi, I'm Ronnie LaForge, the Carbondale Public Relations Officer, and you might recognize this guy behind me.
Howdy folks, Shawn here from Hiking with Shawn.
He's going to help us out with a video. We're out here at the Cove Hollow Trailhead out on Cedar Lake. This is part of the Cedar Lake Trail System. So, Shawn, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see on our out and back hiking trip.
So we're gonna go roughly maybe a mile out and back, and we're gonna see some really cool bluff shelters. Gonna see the lake, waterfall areas. Probably won't see any waterfalls active, but there's still quite a bit to see here, so it's a really nice trail.
So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to take you along on the trip. Our first sighting of Cedar Lake.
The bigger part of the so this is a little tricky here. You got it. So we're seeing Ronnie here climb down the bluffage here, and you know, there's a little point where you gotta get on your butt and scoot down, you know, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to try to do anything that might get you hurt. Leave with good memories, not bad injuries. Yeah, it's definitely good to wear good shoes hiking. No flip-flops, sandals, no business loafers. You definitely want to wear. And you know, some people like hiking boots, some people like hiking shoes, and it's really your preference. Some people wear trail runners. The big thing is comfort and gripability. And you want something that's gonna grip the rocks the correct way so that you don't slide, because that's all it's gonna take is one little fall, and it'll ruin everything, to a point to where you might never be able to hike again. No one wants that. This stuff is slick even when it's not wet. And even though the Shawnee, we have some of the most dangerous venomous snakes in the nation. We have all sorts of different hazards. The number one cause of fatality in the Shawnee is falls, so really important not to fall. Alrighty folks, we are at a really nice natural cave shelter, and it's not very far from the trailhead. We may have been hiking for 5 or 6 minutes at the most. Really nice area, really pretty. Has a nice waterfall. You can see it kind of up there. Nothing really major right now. If it is really wet, do be careful when you come see the waterfall. You could see a lot of graffiti on the cave shelters, unfortunately. That happens. But after the eclipse, there's a whole lot of graffiti on here. And I'm a board member of Friends of the Shawnee. And we got together with Judge Pressure Wash Service out of Carbondale there. And he came down here with one of his trucks, stretched hose through the forest, and cleaned the graffiti off the bluff for nothing. So it was kind of interesting. Down this bluff right here, there was a hose, just went down all the way, and he just sprayed the bluff. And I remember I got a free bar of soap from some of the locals out here because they were so happy we were out here to clean up. But this is pretty, this is beautiful. And if you didn't know Southern Illinois has this, It does, and it's right down the road from Carbondale. So definitely check it out. We're just gonna go follow this and we'll go around a little ways.
Okay.
All right, folks, continuing hiking the trail. Thought it'd be a good time to tell you about kind of the gear to bring, you know, what to wear, what to bring on these hikes. And you know, there's some just essential gear and just, you know, basic what to wear. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. You could pretty much wear what's comfortable as far as clothes, as long as it breathes wick or sweat. And if it's cold, you definitely want to layer up. You want to layer up to a point to where you can remove layers as you warm up. That's what I commonly do. As far as gear, you want to, you know, carry plenty of water, snacks. The Shawnee, our state parks are, they're pretty rugged. They used to be hilly farmland. So you got to make sure you prepare enough fuel and food and drink and all that. Otherwise, an emergency can happen. And if you would have to stay here longer than you anticipated, well, you'd want all that, you know, food and drinks. So aside from that, I would carry first aid kit, basic. You don't need a trauma surgery kit. Water filter. Learn how to filter the water before you bring it out here. Bring an emergency blanket, a big poncho in case it rains, and then in case you need to turn it into a shelter, get you some waterproof matches, a lighter, and a flashlight. In fact, I recommend 2 light sources with enough batteries to be able to, you know, properly use it. So that's like the basic gear. You could bring a little bit more. I always like to pack some additional base layer type clothing, like insulated running clothing. Put it in a sandwich bag so it stays dry. Toss it in my bag. It's lightweight. And if something happens and I get soaking wet, it's a spare change of clothes.
So as we're leaving the waterfall, the small little waterfall in the bluffs here, just wanted to give you an idea of what the trail itself looks like. There's a lot of rocks you got to step over. But overall, they call this a moderate trail. I think that's a pretty fair and accurate description of what we're doing right now, because you can hear that I'm probably a little out of breath. This trail is beautiful. Every turn, there's like more bluffs, more cool rock formations to climb on.
Everyone's always looking for something ancient, you know, rock carvings and petroglyphs and whatnot. And this stuff right here, you know, this is older than me and you. This is older than humans. That's ancient. That was there when all this was an ocean. That's what made it. One of the things we really try to promote in the forest is leave no trace. And part of that is not graffiti and definitely packing out your trash. As I continued, I really grew into it. People who are falling are out there because of me. And I really try to push the safety.
So as we were headed down here, he was saying that he recommends Cove Hollow to a lot of people in the Carbondale area and all over southern Illinois because it's rugged, but definitely hikeable for the whole family.
Yeah, it's a rugged experience. It gives you kind of that rugged nature feeling, and it's still easy enough in terms of people who are beginners and whatnot, where you're not going to come out here and get lost or get seriously hurt, but you definitely do want to watch your step in rugged environments. And with that being said, you know, around Carbondale, in less than an hour around the city, and sometimes less than 30 minutes, there's all sorts of different trails based on different levels of your hiking ability. If you want something a lot easier, that's really friendly for the younger kids and whatnot, go to Giant City State Park. Giant City State Park has tons of trails that are anything for little toddlers to go with you to the more rugged experience. You can go to places like Little Grand Canyon if you want something a little bit more rugged, a little bit more treacherous. And then there's always Panther Den Wilderness, which is a designated wilderness area, and that's pretty much as backcountry as you get around Carbondale. And I always try to tell people, if you like snakes, you like wildlife watching, go to Snake Road during the migration. Snake Road is a one-of-a-kind road that you will not find anywhere else in the world, right here in Southern Illinois. Check all the mom and pop places out. We're up here at Cove Hollow, and you know, we did a little bit over here, but we could have kept going if we wanted to, and we could have made it all the way down to the boat dock. But then you can go to the Cedar Lake Trailhead, and then there's even more trails, which I've been on over there, and they're really, really pretty, all sorts of things to see. So there's different points of the lake area that you can go to and hike the different trails. And I know a big favorite is the Lurley Trailhead. A lot of mountain bikers like to go there, and they get on the River Trail, they mountain bike, and they get over here by the lake, and it's really pretty, really scenic. And it's a fun area pretty much for everyone. If you want to hike, you want a mountain bike, you want a horseback ride, you want a boat picnic, it's just the perfect spot. It's really close to Carbondale.
Well, you heard it from him, not just from us. Carbondale is a great centrally located place to be for all of your hiking interests. Southern Illinois is a wonderful place. So again, we're going to have links to the Explore Carbondale website, which will have a map very similar to this one, and we're going to link to Shawn's website, Hiking with Shawn. See you guys later.